Guys, we got massive Tears of the Kingdom Masterworks news in the form of a brand new trailer prior to the August 30th release in Japan, of course in Japanese. I'm actually gonna go straight through the trailer because this is massive news. First and foremost, we have beautiful music, as known from the credits of Tears of the Kingdom. But we finally get the division of the chapters, starting first with artworks, where we see a little bit of connection between the trailer and the artwork, some of the cutscenes as well, especially Zelda and Link falling. Chapter 2, Making, is all about the development of the game. And here I want to stop at this beautiful, what could have been a Zonai city, because this is a location that we're not close to seeing in Tears of the Kingdom. If you look at the detailing, we can see that it is most likely pretty late in the game. And one of my dreams was to have a city in the sky which we could explore, you know, with intact buildings, chambers, and so on. And that was missing. We didn't get much of that when it came to the Zonai. Like, this might have been early on in development, and the reason they cut it out it was just too big, too massive. But it does remind me of a few locations, including this particular one in the US. This is something that I definitely would have liked to see in the final version of Tears of the Kingdom, with the sky bridge, with these structures, the Zonai pillars, even what appears to be a shrine. Obviously this is in the sky because we can see the surface below. This is just so much better than whatever we would have gotten in the game itself. And the reason we know it's a little bit later on in the game is probably because of the Hylian shield. We also see that Paraglider still has the design of Breath of the Wild, so this was before they settled on the new design, even though we know that we could change the design of the paraglider in the game. So here we have a look at Link. I don't think there is much of a difference here. We can see a little bit on his pants and his hairstyle when he's not in a ponytail. I think this piece of artwork where we see Purah with the hairband or herring that we find obviously in Hatena village, in what is being argued whether it's Link or Zelda's or both's house. This is obviously a character description and how Link wakes up on Great Sky Island. So here we see a little bit more of the art gloom damage that Link was affected by. A little bit about the pattern design that they decided to go with here, color coding, and even a little art piece here, concept art, of Link holding the torch while walking down beneath Hyrule Castle, so the opening of the game. And also from Traverse with the broken Master Sword and then with the restored Master Sword. You can see the different states of it, including the one with Zonai text, which allows us obviously to fuse and alter the form of the Master Sword, or not so much alter it, but at least take elements of other weapons and apply it to the Master Sword itself. You can see the gloom damage, we can see its decayed state, and then its restored state as well, along with the process of restoring it, namely being the golden power. We have theorized that it is the Triforce that is within Princess Zelda. We can also see a little bit about the changes that were made to the champion tunic on the opposite page. Specifically, we can see a lot of the buckling and so on that was added to make the tunic of Tears of the Kingdom different from the one found in Breath of the Wild. Here's the page we saw of Princess Zelda back in May. There isn't much more to go over here. We have the Karen, haha, very funny. We will move on because we have the same artwork here with Queen Sonia and King Rauru. But then we finally have the pages on Ganondorf. See a little bit of the Gerudo patterning, beautiful fabric tapestry. We can see the scimitar or a version of it. There's even a developer's note that is going to definitely be useful for theories and the appearance of Ganondorf, because obviously they changed a lot about his design from previous games. Beautiful concept art, by the way. The first Hyrule Castle on the Great Plateau. We see a little bit of it from a perspective we really haven't seen as much. Well, yes, we saw it in the scene with the backstabbing of Queen Sonia, but we get a little bit more perspective of what kind of castle it was, because it seems to be a one-chamber castle, and probably they might have had some chambers on the ground. There wouldn't be too much to explore here, even if we were allowed to play as Princess Zelda. We see the throne of King Rauru and a little bit of the doors as well. We can also see how different Hyrule looked and how the Great Plateau started out as the capital of Hyrule. We see the Forgotten Temple, the extension of it, but interestingly enough, we see Link with Rauru. So was Raru's spirit supposed to be our guide actually in the Forgotten Temple. Because here we have the chamber where all the secret stones were stored before Rauru handed them out to his own appointed sages, after Ganondorf claimed the secret stone of Sonia and turned it into the Stone of Darkness. This is actually a very interesting concept art, obviously not realized in the game, but it shows a what-if scenario, something that could have been but wasn't in the end. Along with it, a few more concept art of the chambers, the expansion of the Forgotten Temple, door, and including the map that we saw in the art book, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There's also a designer's note here. Obviously, it's a 400 pages long book, so there's a lot of things to go over. The attack on the capital scene, and then we get finally to a bit of the events happening in the game itself. So the chronology of events, especially what we look at here are the tears or the memories. This one in particular is the Molduga attack unleashed by Ganondorf and his Gerudo warriors. As we can see there, we have the whole explanation and detailing of the attack itself, from the moment of Ganondorf's challenging to the moment of realizing that we'll have to deal with the secret stones. But yeah, there's definitely a storyboard here to follow. And then we have chapter 3, very important to a lot of us, namely history. Finally, we might get some more tied to the story of this game and what happened chronologically. As we can see from these 2 pages, we see the events Calamity Ganon leading up to 100 years ago, the events of Breath of the Wild, the interwar years, and the start of Tears of the Kingdom. At the very beginning, of course, is the time jump between the distant past of Tears of the Kingdom with the ancient past of Breath of the Wild. And then we have 100 years ago with the Great Calamity, the start year being the time of Breath of the Wild, and then we have the time period between Breath of the Wild to the Tears of the Kingdom. Beautiful concept art showing all of the sages along with Link, probably in the moment of triumph. Who are they attacking? Well, since we have Minoru here, it's very likely to be Ganondorf. And we also saw a little snippet of King Rauru, Queen Sonia, and their Princess Zelda. And there it is, Masterworks with the cover and the art that we saw at the end of it, coming out in Japan on August 30th. And yeah, that was everything that we got in this trailer. Better overview. I checked the website as well. They haven't added anything. It's just the pages we already had. But there is actually more Tears of the Kingdom news that has come recently that we will get into right away. With CEDC 2024 held in Yokohama, Japan. Specifically, the presentation held on August 22nd by Zelda Tears of the Kingdom director Hidemaru Fujibayashi and the Zelda team's fresh acquisition for the Tears of the Kingdom project, engineer Kenichi Hirose, the visionary and the one who turns that ambition into reality. For the most part, this presentation was all about combinations and the difficult process of creating something truly groundbreaking. And thanks to the Japanese publication Game Watch, we have a number of the slides to go over. Trial and error with Fuse. As right here we learn that the original plan was to combine 3 or more materials with your weapon through the Fuse ability. The representatives of the Zelda team even brought up examples of what they tried to implement into the game. Some crazy combinations which could have changed a lot, but which ultimately had to be scaled down. These include an initial concept of an A plus B equals C system, which would have radically altered the appearance of our weapons. But it was also the fear of this that made the Zelda team skeptical, to say the least, of adding this mechanic. As you can see from the next slide, director Fujibayashi explains how A plus B could only end up as AB, stick together in the simplest form, but with more impressive property-changing abilities from a physics-impacting rather than visual level. What fascinates me in all of this is that they still considered adding a third element and even multiple pieces of it to the mix. The more one looks at the A plus B plus C combinations, and especially the A plus B plus C combinations, the more it becomes clear that this entire idea might have derived from a single source. Breath of the Wild's cooking system, where nearly endless ingredients combinations gave us a massive list of dishes, which naturally was additionally expanded for Tears of the Kingdom. Only difference here being that it needed gameplay function beyond a single render or art piece, and a little more than just an eating animation. The Zelda team managed to systemize it all into reality by testing it for the required plan list to weigh the massive wish list, since 3 basic criteria had to be met. appearance, sound, and name. It had to fit into the world of Hyrule and not stand out to prevent the 20th Zelda game from ending up into a joke, but rather contribute to a mind-blowing experience. Even after scaling down to a more manageable and on the paper simple A plus B equals AB system, it still was a massive task, resulting in 120,000 outcomes. It goes without saying, this game had a lot of weapons, shields, gemstones, materials, and ingredients that could be fused. But what do you think of the latest Tears of the Kingdom updates? Sound off in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe and press notification bell to not miss any of our many upcoming Zelda videos. Last but not least, a big thanks to you for watching and to all our awesome patreon.com/commonrealm patrons. Special shoutouts go to royal producers Zach Johnson and JC Funk, and heroes Holly Wolf, Cheryl and Garrett Hall. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.